Okay, now that I have some data into the file, if you don't have a data set in like I have here, Y, please go back and watch one of the previous videos. But I have data in, Y is in the global environment, and I want to make some calculations. So first thing I'm going to want to do is look to see what the names of the variables are if I don't remember those. I told you usually I type in the source window. Personally, I like to type in the console when I do this because it's really not part of my program or anything. And I occasionally, though, do need to go back and remind myself what the names of the data set are. So names of Y, that just lists the names of all the variables in the data set. Now let's add like to get the mean, the average, the mean of the variable height. Here's something that won't work. I'm going to do it and then show you and then explain why. But mean height, you'd like for that to just compute the average, but I get an error. It says it doesn't find that object. That's because in R, you can have more than one data set. So you have to have some way, not just to say the name of the variable, but to tell R what data set you want to use. There's two ways. One, I'm going to just edit here and say Y $. So that says now take the mean of height from the data set Y. So it's data set, $, name of the variable, and there I go. The other thing you can do, you need to be a little careful about this because if you do this, I'm going to do attach the data set. You need to either detach it or sign on and off, or I'll show you a couple of other things to do here in a second. But I'm going to do attach Y, and what that'll do is it'll just put Y, it'll just say from here on, use the Y data set until I tell you to stop using it. Now I can do mean height and run, and I'll get it. Now, if I have other data sets in here, and I really want to use one of those, then I need to detach Y. What I usually do is if I'm going to attach Y here and I know I'm going to have other data sets, I'll go ahead and put detach Y in right to begin with and just leave me some space there so when I run the code I'll automatically attach and then detach the Y. The other thing you can do is you can go up to the global environment and you can just detach it right there by sweeping it away. And so now the data set's gone, but since I have this Y statement up here with the path, this is the advantage of using this method instead of the import data set. I can just go now and bring back in the thing, and I can run anything else I want right away. Okay, so those two ways to refer to variables so that you can then do whatever calculations or plotting you want to do in R.